What is the most common gas in air? Nitrogen. Nitrogen makes up about 78% of the air we breathe every day. What gas do humans need to breathe to stay alive? Oxygen. Oxygen makes up about 21% of air and is essential for humans and animals to survive. What gas do plants absorb from the air to make food? Carbon dioxide. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the air and use sunlight to turn it into food and oxygen. What do we call the layer of air surrounding Earth? Atmosphere. The atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds Earth and supports all life. Which layer of the atmosphere is closest to Earth's surface? Troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere where weather happens and we live. What layer contains the ozone that protects us from the sun? Stratosphere. The ozone layer sits in the stratosphere and absorbs most of the sun's harmful UV rays. What is air pressure? Weight of air pressing down. Air pressure is the force of air pressing down on Earth's surface due to gravity. What tool measures air pressure? Barometer. A barometer measures air pressure, which helps predict changes in weather. What do we call moving air? Wind. Wind is air that moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. What tool measures wind speed? Anemometer. An anemometer is a tool used to measure the speed and sometimes direction of wind. What gas causes the greenhouse effect most? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide traps heat from the sun in the atmosphere, causing the greenhouse effect. What is the ozone layer made of? Ozone gas. The ozone layer is made of ozone gas, a special form of oxygen with 3 atoms O3. What do we call the amount of water vapor in the air? Humidity. Humidity is the measure of how much water vapor is present in the air around us. What causes thunder during a storm? Rapid heating of air by lightning. Lightning superheats the air around it so fast that it expands rapidly, creating the sound of thunder. What is smog made of? Smoke and fog. Smog is a type of air pollution formed when smoke and fog mix, common in polluted cities. What do we call a powerful spinning column of air touching the ground? Tornado. A tornado is a fast-spinning column of air that reaches from a storm cloud down to the ground. What is the main cause of air pollution? Burning fossil fuels. Burning coal, oil, and gas releases harmful gases and particles that pollute the air we breathe. What gas do humans breathe out? Carbon dioxide. When we breathe, our bodies use oxygen and release carbon dioxide as a waste gas. What do we call a huge spinning storm over the ocean? Hurricane. A hurricane is a massive tropical storm with strong winds and heavy rain that forms over warm oceans. What happens to air pressure as you go higher up? Decreases. The higher you go, the less air is above you, so air pressure drops as altitude increases. What is the highest layer of Earth's atmosphere? Exosphere. The exosphere is the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere, fading slowly into outer space. What do we call rain that is made acidic by air pollution? Acid rain. Acid rain forms when pollutants like sulfur dioxide mix with water vapor in the air. What percentage of air is oxygen? 21%. Oxygen makes up about 21% of the air, just enough for life to thrive on Earth. What do we call the layer where meteors burn up? Mesosphere. Most meteors burn up in the mesosphere due to friction with air particles as they fall. What gas makes up about 1% of the air and is used in light bulbs? Argon. Argon makes up about 1% of air and is used in light bulbs because it does not react easily. What do we call the process of wind carrying away topsoil? Erosion. Wind erosion happens when strong winds pick up and carry away loose topsoil from the land. What is a sea breeze caused by? Difference in temperature between land and sea. Land heats up faster than sea, so cooler air from the sea flows inland as a sea breeze. What do we call a long period of no rain? Drought. A drought is a long period of very little or no rainfall that dries up land and water sources. What is the color of clean air? Colorless. Clean, pure air has no color and is completely transparent and invisible to the human eye. What do we call the thin layer of air that keeps Earth warm? Atmosphere. The atmosphere acts like a blanket, trapping just enough heat from the sun to keep Earth warm.